Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been following my Queen's Beast Completer bar journey along. I really enjoyed putting the last few videos together and I was really excited to showcase this piece to the whole community. Now I would say, looking at all of the comments across all of the videos where I've showcased this bar, I would say it is 80% positive. So I would say 80% of people think this is really cool, a really unique idea, and they actually really like it. Now the other 20% aren't a fan. There's been a number of comments that are saying that I've completely ruined the bar, I've lost loads of value from it, and all the rest of it. But that is always expected. When you do videos like this, they're a little bit controversial, a little bit different from the norm, especially when you're, in some people's eyes, damaging silver. That's always going to get some negative comments. But I want to thank each and every one of you that has left a comment. I really appreciate it, whether it's positive or negative. Everyone has their own opinions, and this is definitely not a piece for everyone. It's something a little bit different. For me, it's a very special piece. So yeah, thank you everyone that has commented and watched those last few videos. Now there's been a number of questions surrounding this bar, and the first one, believe it or not, the main one I keep getting is, where did I get the capsule from? So these 10-ounce Queen's Beast Completer bars, unless you brought them directly from the raw mint, they arrived in a vinyl sleeve, very similar to the smaller 1-ounce version here. So they arrive in these plastic, vinyl, horrible little sleeves, unless you went straight to the raw mint and then they arrived in the capsules. So I've had a number of people reach out and ask me where I got the capsule from. Now, I actually got gifted this capsule. It was gifted from Cider Soundman, but after speaking to him, he sourced it from Cobra Stacker. So for those of you in the community that haven't heard of Cobra Stacker, I will leave a link to his channel in today's video description. You can reach out to him on YouTube, or if you join Stackers Social, and there'll be a link in all of my videos to the Discord group, which is Stackers Social, you can reach out to him directly in there also. But he is the person that actually sourced this 10-ounce Queen's Beast capsule. Now, I don't actually know if he has any left, so I'm not sure if he's got some on order. I'm not sure if he's sold out. So don't 100% expect him to have one available for sale. But that is where this 10-ounce Queen's Beast bar capsule was sourced from. So that is one of the main questions, believe it or not, out of all of the questions that I keep getting, is where did I get this capsule from? Now, another option to store the 10-ounce Queen's Beast Completer bar is in these capsules that are available on eBay. Now, there's a seller on eBay that made the capsule for this, well, display stand if you like. It's magnetic and it holds the assayed 1-ounce Queen's Beast Completer bar. And after looking through his store on eBay, I also saw that he did the same versions of these for the raw 1-ounce Queen's Beast Completer bars, but he didn't do any for the 10-ounce. So I actually sent him a private message on eBay and I asked him if he could make me one, and I had to send over the dimensions and everything of the bar. And I believe inside this package is the case. Now hopefully we've got it right, because last time I thought this was here in the box, it was a leather belt. So I'm hoping this time round I've got it right. I'm going to be opening it from this side because I've got lots of address details on the other side, instead of trying to blur them all out. So we're going to just go in this side, and I'm hoping I'm not going to damage it, but we like to live life on the edge. So yeah, I believe they've actually got these listed on their site now on eBay. After I reached out and I asked for him to make one of these capsules, I believe after he had made the first one, he actually now lists them on his eBay store. So if you'd like that eBay link, the easiest way for me to send you that link is for you to join Stackers Social, and I can send you the link to his eBay store. I believe he's based in the UK. Oh, that's cool, nice touch. Got like a little cleaning cloth there. But yeah, I believe he's based in the UK. I'm not sure if it would be worthwhile shipping one of these to another country. It might cost too much in postage. But if you really can't find anything to display or protect your Queen's Bees 10-ounce bar and you really want to take it out of its factory seal, then I would definitely recommend looking into this company. But let's have a look how it fits first, because this is the first time he's actually made one of these, because like I said, I actually reached out to him with the dimensions to see if it was possible. So this one is the very first one he's made. It's a custom made one. Like I said, they are available on his site now, but let's see how it fits. Now it's going to be quite tricky to transfer my bar into this case because, as you know, my bar is in 16 pieces and it's very hard to put together when trying to put it together in the capsule. When you try and put it together on an open space, it's very easy and fairly straightforward. But when you try and put it together in the capsule, it's very difficult. Now, Mr. Kiwi did say in one of the comments, the best way of putting it in would be to put it on the desk and then put the capsule over the top of it. And I think that's a really good shout. So that's what we're going to be trying to do today. Let me first of all get a little bit of a softer landing for it, because although it's been cut into pieces, I still do want to try and protect those pieces as long as possible. So let's find the opening on the capsule and let's see how we get on. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this, flip it round like that, lift it up carefully, let's get it central, lift it up, keeping it all in one piece, and then we're going to put this capsule over the top of it like that. Good strong start so far. Moment of truth. There we go. So Mr. Kiwi, thank you very much for that suggestion. So much easier than the way I was trying to get it in the capsule before and slide it in. It was all falling apart. But there we go. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. And that capsule fits it perfectly. Really, really nice. Nice solid way of protecting these pieces. And also they stand up. So you can put it in your backdrop if you make videos. If you don't make videos and you just want to have it on the fireplace or on a shelf in your house, it makes a really, really nice ornament as well. So there we go. That is another way of storing the 10-ounce Queen's Bees Completer bar if you want to or you're unable to source one of these capsules for it to go in. But you've got to remember, this bar is still fairly new to the market. They only recently were released. So there's still plenty of time to be able to get hold of a 10-ounce capsule for it. At the moment, they're few and far between because everyone's snapping them up as soon as they hit the market. But once all the hype dies down a little bit, I'm guessing these will be available pretty much anywhere. So just be a little bit patient, but that is the answer, the long answer to where I got my capsule from. So another question I keep getting as well surrounding the 10-ounce Queen's Bees Completer bar jigsaw puzzle is how much did it cost me to get this done? Now, I don't really want to give you the exact price that it cost me because the coin cutter who is on TikTok, who actually produced this for me, he charges different rates depending on how tricky or how easy the piece is. So I don't really want to tell you the price that we negotiated on this piece because this was the very first 10-ounce silver bar that he had ever done. So he didn't know exactly how much time it was going to take or how difficult or easy it was going to be. So that is why I don't really want to give out a price, because I don't want you to go over to him with the price that I paid and expect the same price, because it might be less, it might be more, but he roughly charges £20 an hour. So that is his charge. But like I said, I don't really want to give you an exact price just because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that I give out the price that I paid and that is not the price that he wants to give out to people going forward, because now he knows how easy or how difficult this was to do. So he will have to adjust his prices accordingly now that he's done his first bar. But we did agree a fixed price. I will disclose that. We didn't go with the hourly rate. We agreed a fixed price. just so I could work out whether it was viable doing, whether it was worthwhile doing. I didn't want to go into this not knowing exactly how much I was going to end up paying for it, because I wanted to add the total of what his cost was to do this to the total that I paid for this bar, and then work out whether I thought it was worthwhile doing. Because if the premium was pushed up too high, and bearing in mind I got this bar from the second-hand market, so I already paid a premium over what it was originally sold for on the Royal Mint, I didn't want to have this bar containing such a high premium that it made it a very silly move, and in the future, when I do come to liquidate my stack, I was never going to be able to recoup the money that I put into this piece. So I haven't really answered that question, and I've explained the reasons why I won't answer that question, but that is the reasons why I can't tell you exactly how much I paid, because I don't want people expecting the same price if people approach him to do the same sort of thing. So what I will do in the future though is I'll work out how much I paid him and how much I paid for the bar. I'll combine the two amounts and I will release that figure. So I will do that in the future, and I can't do that now because I haven't worked it out, but I will do that in the future. So I'll combine everything I paid for this bar in the first place, including postage, everything I paid the coin cutter to do his work, including postage, and then I'll tell you how much in total I've spent on this piece. So I hope that's okay for those of you that have been waiting for a reply on how much it costs to get it turned into a jigsaw. But that is another question I keep getting asked. And the third question, there's been a number of questions surrounding this bar, but we're going to wrap the video up because I don't want it to be too long. So we're only going to answer one more question in today's video. But the third question I get, and it's a very, very valid question, and it's a question that I don't even know the answer to yet, but I'm very excited to find out, is how much silver is lost during this process. So obviously when you're cutting into a piece like this, whether it be a large piece, a smaller piece, you're going to be losing some of the silver content because you're taking out thin lines throughout the whole piece. And then when the piece is finished, any of the sharp edges on each individual puzzle piece are also gently sanded down so you don't have sharp bits of silver sticking out, and so one, you don't cut yourself, and two, they slide into each piece a lot easier. So you do lose some small amount of silver when this is done, and I don't know the exact amount yet because I haven't weighed it. So I need to get myself some more accurate scales. Once I've got some more accurate scales, I will weigh it and we'll see how much of the 10 ounce of silver has been lost in this process. But for a little bit of fun, in today's video, in the comments section, please comment how many ounces, or how many grams, let's say, because I don't think we've lost ounces, but how many grams of silver do you think has been lost from this process? I'll be interested to see who gets the closest to guessing it. And like I said, I don't even know the answer yet. Maybe the coin cutter knows, maybe he weighed it, I'm not too sure. But leave your guesses in today's comment section, and we will revisit this question in a future video. We'll give it away, we'll chuck it on the scales, and we'll see. And what I'll also do is, before I release the results, I'll speak to Silverpunk and I'll get him to pour me a piece of silver exactly the same weight. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm guessing he'll have to pour like a button and then keep sanding it down till it's the exact weight. But I'll reach out to Silverpunk and I'll ask him to make me a piece of silver that is the exact weight of the silver that I've lost from doing this process, so that you can see a visual of how much silver is lost. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that clears up at least one of the questions that you asked. As always, thanks very much for watching. Please do let me know what you think. Do you think I should store this bar in this case going forward and have it in the backdrop, or do you think I should put it in the slightly smaller case and then find a stand for it? Let me know your thoughts. I'm open to both suggestions. Personally, I think it looks really cool for now to have it like that. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone that's watched today's video. Massive thank you again to everyone that's left comments and asked these questions. I really appreciate all the engagement, and I've really enjoyed seeing what you all think of this piece. But as always, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day.